Hi guys, in this video you will learn exactly how to set up your computer to start programming in Python or start using the Python programming language. Now the first thing you want to do is download Python on your computer, or first of all check if you have Python already installed. If you have Python already installed, then you don't need to download and install again. And the next thing you need is an IDE, integrated development environment. Okay, so how do you check if Python is already installed on your computer? Very simple guys. All you need to do is open your command prompt. So just on Windows machine, right? I'm going to press on my keyboard Windows plus R key and type CMD just like this and hit enter. Okay, so this opens up your command prompt on Windows machine, and then what you want to do next is to simply type Python and double dash, which is dash dash version. So once you type Python dash dash version and hit the enter key, it's supposed to give you the Python version that's currently installed on your machine. But if you are seeing this should I call it error, or this message or pop-up, whatever you want to call it, that says Python was not found, run without argument to install from Microsoft Store. So Python was not found on my machine. I have to install it now. So to install Python, it's very simple guys. All you need to do is, let me close this up first, and I'll simply open up Chrome and just visit Python website. So python.org, this is the official website, official Python website, and you can simply click on downloads. Okay, so when you put your mouse on downloads, you can click there and download Python 3.9.6. so this is the latest version as at the time of making this video. So if I click on this, I'll simply download Python to my computer and then I can install. So I don't need to click on it because I've already gone ahead to download Python. The next software you need is an IDE, integrated development environment. We will be using this to write our code, and then we'll be running our code using the command line in Windows. Okay, so to download the IDE of my preferred choice, you can choose another IDE. So we have a Visual Studio Code, is a lightweight IDE. We also have other IDEs out there. You can even write your Python code on Notepad, but you would learn the benefits of using an IDE very early on in this course. So I'll just type VS Code, right? Not vscode.com. okay, just type VS Code on Google and it gives you the very correct website, which is code.visualstudio.com. Simply click on download. All right, so download, or download for Windows stable build. All right, so this is going to these are the softwares you need: Python and Visual Studio Code. So let's go ahead and install the softwares and then check if Python is currently running on the system we're using to program in Python. Okay, so I would next open up my downloads, right? And you see I have VS Code here and I have Python. So let's install Python first. I'll run as administrator and give it some time to load. Now something is very important guys when you are installing Python on your Windows machine. Okay, now this place that says add Python 3.9 to path, very important guys. You have to click on it. Okay, you have to click on the box and make sure it is checked. Okay, so once you do that, you click on install now. You don't want to do customized installation. Okay, so you want to just install as it is if you're starting to program in Python. So this is going to be installed to my machine in a very, you can see it's almost done. Okay, so it's not going to take so long to install. All right, so we'll give it some minute guys to install, and then we can check again on the command prompt if Python was properly installed. Okay, so if it was properly installed, by the time we open the command prompt and we type python dash version, we should see that our version for this computer is 3.9.6. okay, so I'll do the python dash version immediately. So you can see here says disable path length limit, so I can disable the path length limit and I'm good to go. So you see you have online tutorials which you can check out, you have documentations which you can check out. Okay, so I'll just click the online tutorials and I'll also click the documentation so you can see exactly what you have here, okay, in the Python language, and then you can see the online tutorials. See, you have a lot of stuff in the Python documentation as well as the tutorials page. Okay, so let me just close that up. I would simply close this. Now what I'll do next is fire up my command prompt like this, and then I want to do my check once again. But before I do my check, okay, let me just do my check so you can see it. All right, so python dash version, so you can see before it said I don't have Python, now it says I have Python 3.9.6 on my Windows machine. Okay, so next I would install the Visual Studio Code which I'll be using to program in Python, and I'll just double click on the file I have here, and of course I accept. You have to accept the terms and click on next. Click on next again. Visual Studio Code, yes, click on next. So I want to create like a desktop icon. Yeah, add to path once again, so you need to add to path. What else? Okay, so I'm good with the options I've selected, and I'll click on next, install. So this also will not take time, it's going to be installed. I'm going to teach you some Visual Studio Code settings and how you can easily install plugins on Visual Studio Code to just expand the functionality of the IDE. Okay, so I'm going to launch Visual Studio Code. All right, and voila, so I have Visual Studio Code installed, everything working very fine. I can start writing my Python programs. Okay, so in the next video we'll start writing our first Python program, and I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching this one. Bye guys.